Welcome to Paranormal Artist. My name is Alex, and I'll be taking you on some haunted adventures. Listener discretion is advised. This audio may not be suitable for all audiences. I just wanted to jump on here and apologize right quick for the sound quality of this particular episode. It was my first time using two different microphones to record with a guest, so things didn't go exactly as planned, but I tried my best to make a good quality episode for you guys. Again, I apologize in advance.
I know, it's weird, right?
Start recording with a huge whip.
Listen, god damn it, we already... Not the snort. Come on, bro. Oh, no. Alright, so, hey everybody, welcome back. I have Drea with me for another time.
I think they know it's me by now. Because the snorts and shit. The stupid ass one. They know it's me.
Anyway, I have Drea back with me. Say hello.
I did. I said hi. Hello.
Anyway, happy Pride Month, everybody.
Yes. From Legibitiqua.
From Legibitiqua. It's been a roller coaster.
I know. I'm just going to start by saying my portion of this is very ill-prepared. Because I was not supposed to be the guest today.
That's fine.
I am the emergency backup who had a few hours to prep. Some while not in the best.
She was drunk.
I was drunk.
She was drunk. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
I took notes while drunk.
She comes to me today. I only have like 1 page of notes. Okay, that's fine. Mine will make up for it. Little did I know it was literally 1 page of notes.
I was honest with you. It was 1 page, 2 hours of prep work while sober, and 1 while intoxicated.
You know, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, I was busy. God damn it, Siri! If you don't shut the fuck up. That wasn't even Siri. That was fucking Alexa. There's too many devices around here for me. But anyway,
well,
I mean,
muted.
I've been like ass deep in Stardew Valley for a while, so my shit was also somewhat not prepared. But as you know, we know me. I'm a procrastinator, not by choice, usually. It just kind of happens.
I feel like it's a choice sometimes.
Sometimes it is a choice. In this case, it was not. The farm was calling me, and I just had to try to get married to Harvey, and still haven't gotten married to Harvey yet. Why I chose Harvey this time, I don't know.
Sebastian is life. And Abigail. Sebastian and Abigail. Those are
I can agree. I like Abigail.
And Leah. Everyone else, I'm like, meh.
Well, you know, in my first game, I had Penny.
Out of all, she is my least favorite.
I mean, she's kind of
literally my least favorite. No, Haley's my least favorite.
Haley is a horrible person.
She's not a horrible person. It's just that
we're talking about Stardew Valley, in case anybody forgot.
Okay, let's just say I've played over 1,000 hours before introducing her to it, and I have married every single marriage candidate already in separate profiles. Some in the same profile.
Nice.
Divorce.
So I'm trying to learn how to mod everything so I can have like a goth type of witchy thing on my Stardew Valley. However, my PC went under, and now I'm gaming on my iPad. So life has been quite a dream lately.
I love how we've recorded like 4 minutes of just like Stardew Valley talking.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
This has nothing to do with
this. This is my show. This is my show. We're doing it as I want.
I know.
This is like some shit. We're probably gonna. I'm not gonna lie. We're probably gonna hop on Patreon and just fuck around or whatever. I'm just on video, if that's cool. Cool.
Do whatever you want. You have fed me. I have been paid. I have gotten my usual fee of a Sonic burger.
It was good. It was worth it. We're sitting here like stuffed as fuck.
Yeah,
trying to survive, trying to breathe.
Struggling to breathe with the fat assery that has just ensued.
Listen, it was worth it. I have gotten the best night of sleep probably in days.
Same though, but I mean that might have been the alcohol.
You were on your ass. I was just sober and couldn't sleep. That there's a difference. I have severe insomnia.
I was lulled to sleep by
somebody's
Jose.
siren song. Somebody's siren song put you under. Jose Cuervo. Anyway, today we're going to talk about rituals. Not to be mistaken for the show Rituals on podcast, not that type of ritual. But you might remember a few weeks ago we were reading some Reddit posts because we were bored, and why not? So we came across the Three Kings ritual, and I highly advise nobody to do this because it's very specific.
I have very little information on it except for what she said in the last one. I am going into this blind, as I typically do. But I know her. She found something interesting, and then she got obsessed with it.
Yes, I did. I read several things. I watched several videos. And even though I said don't do this, I want to do this.
You always want to do these things. These are the things where you have to pay me more than food to get me to do these things with you, and I don't think I would. I would be fed and then be like, nah, that's not enough, bye.
She would, like, pretty much abandon me. In this case, if I do it, you don't have a choice. You have to stick with me.
Am I the sacrifice that you're using? I don't know.
No, you're not the sacrifice. If you were the sacrifice, I would be feeding you many fancy foods, and then I'd be like, all right, Drea, hear me out.
I'd be more willing to die then.
We'll end up going to the Londoner pub and having a few drinks.
Okay, the Londoner is not enough to get me to willingly be a ritual
She's
sacrifice.
so extra.
Yes!
I'll have to take you to Reunion Tower.
I've already been.
Again, bitch. And then I will have to, like, just stuff you full of all the 5-star goodness.
If you want me to agree to be a ritual sacrifice, maybe take me to some, like, Gordon Ramsay level shit.
Listen, if you want to go to Las Vegas and try some Hell's Kitchen shit, I'm willing. But you are going to have to visit hell itself.
That's fine. Have you
ever wanted to play the elevator game?
No. I don't know. What is this?
Listen, it'll come when it comes. I only heard about this vaguely, and the only reason I really know anything about it is because of that Elisa Lam that vanished or died at the Cecil Hotel in California. And then Ghost Adventures. Yes! Ghost Adventures.
Always.
It's always going to be Ghost Adventures. Just for the record, it's always going to be Ghost Adventures. They were talking about how it's possible that she did the elevator game. Do I know that? No. In fact, I don't even know what happened to her. I don't know if it's a follow-up or if it's still a mystery. If it's a cold case or what. I don't know. But I do know is that I want to try that also.
No.
Click.
I apologize. Any clicking is for me trying to keep myself fucking hydrated.
Because, you know, Texas heat.
Texas heat.
And I think it's
hangover,
humid. It's humid, too. And, man, I went to go see FC Dallas yesterday. I'm sure you know that. I met a couple of the players. That was pretty cool. I was, like, taking selfies with them because I didn't know that they would just, like, come up to the fucking gate like that. And I was like, okay, you know, fine, whatever. I'm not posting them anywhere because I look like a fat fucking hog.
No, you don't. You look happy. That's what matters.
I'm always happy.
Fucking ass.
Oh my god. It was a great game, though. Every time that... Well, basically, the national anthem, they have the giant logo for FC Dallas right there. They shoot flames out of it and shoot fireworks.
Arson.
It was very American.
Yeah.
I felt patriotic for once.
Expensive and over the top?
Oh yeah, very much.
Perfect.
And then whenever they scored the goal, they also shot out fire.
Jesus Christ.
It's awesome. It's crazy. Next time I go to a game, you're coming with me. She has no choice.
I mean, you gotta remember, I went through all of, like, middle school, high school, and college not really going to games. Y'all convinced me to go to a game for all of, like, 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then I was like, nah, I'm out.
Fuck. This is worth it, though. I was standing in the crowd or the area where they have, like, the support, like, the guys with the drums and stuff. That was awesome. And then it was Pride Night. Hee hee.
See, I would have been willing to go last night for Pride.
There was a lot of Pride out there. Even their jerseys had some Pride on it. It was very lovely. And then there was the drone show. But I was literally living on a prayer last night because my phone was on 1%, and I was like sitting there like taking risks trying to take pictures of the drones. Anyway, I'm glad that I made it to my car when I did, because there was no way in hell I would have found my way home from Frisco. I get lost.
Living on the fucking edge.
You know me. I like to live on the edge. Anyway, I'll finally decide to shut up and let's just get into this. All right. So now that we're this far into the podcast, not really talking about anything, I'm going to talk about the Three Kings ritual today.
Awesome.
And like I said earlier, I first talked about it when we were reading the Reddit stories, and I was like, this is very interesting. So it came on the Reddit website 12 years ago. It's pretty old.
Dang.
But, I can't really find a whole lot on it. Like, I found the original poster, so I went to his webpage or his account to see. I'm saying his like I know. I went to their account to see if there was any kind of update or anything, or if anything had been posted since then. No, it's gone. It's deleted.
Well,
I don't know if we were sucked into the vortex or if we were banned because of something, but I don't. God, what was that? I don't know what it takes to get banned on Reddit.
It takes a lot.
Okay, well,
it
they must
takes a
have
shit
really
ton to be
been
banned on Reddit.
Okay, because
have you seen the filth on Reddit?
I have seen the filth on Reddit. In fact, I'm on some of it. But
freaking course, I am too though. I am too.
See, don't be playing innocent when you two are in the side. No, but anyway, yeah. I say deleted. No, he was banned. And for what, I don't know. I obviously was not able to find anything as to why he was banned. But the original post is still up, so I was able to read it 60 times over to try to figure out what the fuck I was reading. Because for whatever reason, I couldn't focus, which is normal.
Yeah, that sounds like you. I'm surprised when you could focus on your notes sometime.
God is great. All right, but the very, very first time I heard about this was on a TikTok video, because, I live on TikTok like 90% of the time.
Yes, you do. Especially when it's like in the middle of the night, you can't sleep, and you're just like, okay, let me just scroll.
Have you ever ended up on tarot card TikTok?
Yes, I have.
The love of your life is calling you.
Oh my god. What website is he on? It sounds like an advertisement, come on.
It does. Well, some of them is like, wait, don't leave. You came to my page for a reason.
Yeah, because you were on my For You page.
Yeah,
damn.
That and the algorithm decided, oh, she likes this stuff. But, so, I heard about that, and so I was like, what is that? So I went to go looking for it, couldn't find shit for it, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm looking all over the place for this thing. It took me a long time to be able to find what I found.
Mm-hmm. Which was a whole lot of nada.
It was a whole lot of nothing. In fact, most of my notes did come from one website because it was the only one that I found to be like the most reliable and had more explanation of anything for this.
That.
You know what I mean?
I freaking feel that.
Like, it sucks when you only have like one. Like, and I did look around, but it's pretty much the same shit on every website. You're not going to find anything different.
That is common with occult stuff, though. Like, someone makes up the supposed rules, and then everyone either follows the exact guideline or alters it barely.
I didn't find anything altering, but I did find it interesting that this guy was like, before this becomes a creepypasta, and then it did become a creepypasta.
Oh my god.
So, you know me, I love creepypastas. Or I don't, how do you say? When they were like really popular, I guess like around the time that this post came out.
I never watched them then. I have seen a single creepypasta and never went back.
Fuck. Well, I go ass deep. You know, when I find like that thing that I hyper focus on, kind of like this, that I hyper focus on this all the time.
You go ass deep. You spread those cheeks and dive in.
Shit. I don't even have anything to say to that. You're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. I will fly in there. It's have you seen Deuce Bigelow where he's talking to the lady? The big lady. What's her name? Oh, you haven't seen that movie?
No.
Oh, you're slacking.
I know I am.
Anyway, there's a lady on there because he's like a male prostitute, whatever. And she's laying on the bed, and one of her things is, have you ever thrown a hot dog down a hallway?
Oh, God. Ew.
So anyway, that's what I was gonna say. That's why I started like, let me fucking throw this out here before. Deuce Bigelow is one of my favorite movies. It's so stupid. So anyway, this ritual isn't voodoo. Mm-hmm. It's not voodoo, okay?
Is it hoodoo?
It's not hoodoo either. It's neither of the two.
Damn.
You have to have all the supplies for the ritual. If you are missing anything, don't fucking do it.
What? Okay, what is my grocery list?
I'll get to that in a minute. You have to be sober, no drugs, no drinking, days before and the day of the ritual.
Well, then we definitely can't do it today. I just drank last night.
Yeah, no, we're not doing it. First of all, I don't think it's a good idea to do it in your own house or apartment,
that too.
For that matter.
Never do any rituals of any
or play with a Ouija
kinds.
board. I can't stress enough. Do not play with a Ouija board in your house. Why would you do that?
Never do any spoopy things in your own house. Do this in a public area somewhere else.
Or if you're lucky and you live by somebody somewhere that's abandoned that's not got a no trespassing sign, go there. And then you can do whatever the fuck your merry way wants to do. Do you want to commit a ritual? Do it there. I almost said murder. That's not what I was supposed to come out. Don't commit murder. Don't commit murder. Otherwise, I'm going to be hopping on this like, Drea, I've got a true crime story for you because somebody listened to my podcast.
Ooh,
don't,
do
whatever.
a whole episode on that, but no, don't do it.
Listen, I will do a true crime episode because it sounds interesting.
I'm down.
Interesting. I feel like I wanted to do Jack the Ripper.
I have so many books on the Jack the Ripper, and I have knowledge on the American equivalent, H.H. Holmes.
You know what? Oh, yeah.
That motherfucker made that Murder Maze house.
Yes, no, I was going to say American Horror Story Hotel, I think, is based off of that.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I have never watched a single episode, but I have watched so many documentaries on both of these freaking serial killers. I am down.
Okay, I know.
We'll do this eventually.
Eventually, as in probably I'll text her in like 3 weeks and be like, get over here now.
Everyone spam her with messages telling her that we must do this because I am more than willing for that.
And I will give in to listen, I will fold like a thin piece of paper.
This will be the one time I'm more excited than she is.
I'm always excited.
But bitch, you have no idea how many books I have on Jack the Ripper.
Okay, well then I'm fully prepared to have you come on here and you're gonna fucking host it and be like, today we're gonna talk about...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you have to be sober. Okay, SpongeBob, hold on, we're not ready yet. You have to be sober, no drinking, no drugs, the few days before the ritual and the day of. You also have to be mentally and spiritually okay.
We can never do this. There is no way in hell we'd ever be ready, especially like both of us at the same time.
Listen.
When have we ever both been mentally okay at the same time?
I don't know.
Never. We've known each other for 10 fucking years and we've never been mentally okay at the same time.
There's always a time. There will be a time, a day will come that we will both be okay. And there won't be like some kind of fucking tragedy happening in our... That's a fucking lie. I can't say that with a straight face.
Bullshit.
You should call bullshit real quick.
I knew that was bullshit. I was like, there's no way.
It's possible. Anything is possible. The Power Rangers taught me that as a child. Don't mock them.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
Is that from the Lego movie?
Yes!
Okay, so we haven't watched Deuce Bigelow, but we're gonna fucking quote the fucking Lego movie.
It just so happened to be free on something I was watching at one point, and I was like, I guess.
Shut up. No, I'm just kidding. No, I sadly will admit that I did own a copy of that movie, but that was like when my brothers were kind of younger.
That makes sense.
And younger, I'm pretty sure they were teenagers.
But okay. It's Legos. Legos are timeless.
You know what my favorite Lego game is? Lego Batman 3.
I have never played Lego
Oh my
Batman,
God.
but
Lego Batman is a fucking mess.
Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
I'm sure. Lego Harry Potter is also fun.
Oh my God, yes, but there is such a hard crash depending on which platform you play on.
I think my brothers only had it on PS3 or... Was it on PS3 or am I losing my mind? It was on one of the PlayStations, wasn't it?
I think so. I had it on PC, and there's a major glitch that prevents me from completing year 3, which means I can't even get to year 4.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, if you're not mentally or spiritually okay, this ritual will end badly for you. Wow, we went off topic for a long time.
We always are.
So, by performing the ritual, it's said that you can access the shadow side. Do you know what the shadow side is?
I got friends on the other side.
Okay, yeah, kind of. Have you ever seen Insidious?
Nope. I am not a spoopy movie person.
How are you friends with me and not a spooky movie person?
Actually, no, I think I've been forced to watch it, but I think it was like on a date, so of course I
So
didn't pay
basically, the movie is where this kid he sleeps and he astral projects. And then he gets lost in this other world, basically, and he can't find his way back. So then all this stuff goes down.
Yeah,
We're gonna watch it today.
Ugh,
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I have cupcakes. I'll be fine.
You're right.
I
And
have
if we need, we
cupcakes.
can run to Dunkin' because I have the gift card anyway. I've been craving a dozen donuts, not to eat by myself, but just because I want it there for security purposes.
I mean, then sure. I just had donuts on Friday, but I am more than willing to eat donuts.
There's always something. Anyway, I'm not gonna have that person
I'm not gonna
yelling.
have my significant other coming at me for that.
I forgot you were streaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the kid astral projects and he gets
Mhm.
lost in the other world. That's what somebody commented on that original Reddit post that the shadow side reminded them of. So then I was like, you know what? That kind of makes sense to explain because I could not find shit to explain the shadow realm or the shadow side, whatever. You know what I mean?
He said Shadow Realm, and I thought of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I did get a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh references.
I
though.
fucking knew it!
Like, I was like, what? Yu-Gi-Oh? What does Yu-Gi-Oh have to do with this? Because I literally put shadow side.
Banish you to the Shadow Realm!
Fuck me, dude.
Time to duel!
Fuck. Alright, so, I'm still not even to the setup part. I'm not even to the list, your grocery list, as you said. Let's see. There's a candle involved. If it gets burned out or the person falls out of the chair causing the fan to blow the candle out, stop. Don't continue. Don't continue.
So make sure you have your light. Got it.
Because the connection between our world and the shadow side will break.
Makes sense.
The setup of the Queen and the Fool's chair does not specify which is which. That's for you to determine. So you're going to have to determine which voice is right or not wrong or not right. So, this has to be determined by the person performing the ritual from their point of view. You are either their queen or their fool too. So basically, they're trying to figure out who you are too.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, you have to look straight into the darkness. Don't look in the mirrors. Don't look at the candle. You gotta look straight no matter what you fucking see.
See, I can't do this. I would immediately fuck up and look at something.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I will look. Because, if something moves, I'm like, what was that?
Might as well just blindfold me. It's the only way I'm gonna make it.
So, some people will see negative entities. Others will see deceased loved ones. I don't think there's really an in-between. I'm not sure. Some people experience very strong emotions. They'll have fits of crying or fits of rage. And then there's the fearless ones who want the entities to look straight at them.
Those motherfuckers are
They're
definitely.
But fucking for real. So the original poster sees the spirits as an alternative part of themselves. That part that we don't access typically, that's what they saw the two entities as. And you have to have a sentimental object.
That is very vague.
It's vague, yeah. No, it has to be small enough to carry with you. So, what do you need? What exactly do you need, right? Okay.
What's the shopping list?
We need a large. It's all a quote, so I'm reading it directly from like the website I got it from. A large, quiet room, preferably without windows. If you must use a room with windows, cover them up so that no light from the outside can make its way into the room. The room should also have a door that will close and latch securely. That's number 1. Number 2, a candle. Preferably a sturdy pillar candle that will not burn out or burn down quickly. Number 3, a lighter, because you have to light the candle.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, a small bucket of water and a clean cup or mug. Number 5, an electric fan. 6, 2 large mirrors. 7, an alarm clock. 8, 3 chairs. 9, a fully charged cell phone. 10, a partner you trust to follow the rules and take the game seriously. And 11, a small object that holds sentimental or emotional value for you. That's what you need. That's your grocery list. What do you think? You're kind of stunned.
It's more of like my brain started going to imagination land and like, yeah, I could see Alex doing this despite saying that she won't. I could totally see you doing that.
I'm sure I will. And I'm sure that I probably shouldn't, considering I have to take medicine for things. Mm-hmm. And if I don't take that medicine, such as last night, I will be kind of, how do you even say, cuckoo.
You gonna be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs?
Not for Cocoa Puffs, just cuckoo in general.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs sound good. Dude, my mom was offering to give me like a whole ass box, you know, like the ones from Sam's that come with the 2 bags in it of Cocoa Puffs, and my fat ass said no.
How?
I have Cheerios. They're Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, but if you don't open it, it won't go stale. So it will be ready to eat.
I know.
It would have been
Anyway,
fine.
mistakes were made, okay? I get it.
Yes.
You know what my actual favorite cereal is?
Gay
Fruity
one.
Pebbles. Probably because I'm gay, but like, you know.
That's good so long as you do, like, not too much milk. Don't need that soggy ass shit.
That's why you just add more, right?
Just pour a little at a time.
Alright. Are you ready for the setup now?
I mean, I've been ready for like 30 fucking minutes at this point.
It's fine. Since you're in such a rush. Oh
I'm not in a rush.
It seems like she's in a rush.
It's not that I'm in a rush. It's more of I know that we get unhinged and go on for hours on end, and you still have to edit it.
It's fine. So the setup is pretty, you have to follow it to a T. If you don't, you can't continue.
Oh, I fucking bet.
You have to set up at 11 p.m. or 2300 hours. I'm saying that because of my listeners in Europe who probably, you know.
In the morning?
No, 2300 hours. Okay, 11 p.m. You have to choose your room that you're going to do the ritual in. Place 1 chair facing north. This chair is going to be the throne, the one that you sit in. And the 2 other chairs should be on either side of the throne, facing the throne, and at an arm's distance away from you.
I have little arms.
They're going to be pretty fucking close then.
No, it is scary.
Then you have to place and secure the mirrors, 1 on each chair, and they have to face each other. And you know about mirrors, right? Mm. There's a portal that opens. Mm-hmm. But they have to be on the chairs secure, but you also have to have the mirrors at an angle where you can see yourself in your peripheral. Enough to where you don't have to tilt your head. No turning your head or anything, because remember, you can't look in it. The bucket and the mug should be in front of you, just out of reach, but also far enough that you're not going to trip on them when you're walking in there later. The fan needs to be put behind you, medium to low setting. And then, let me see, all the lights need to be off, and the door of the room should be left open. After that, you can then head to bed. When you're in your room, you need to have the lighter, the phone, and the candle placed on the nightstand or close enough within reach that you could just, like, reach them when your alarm goes off. And this is important. Make sure your alarm is set for 3:30 in the morning on the dot. It's very important.
The witching hours.
You have to also fall asleep with your sentimental object right there, because it's going to be used to help guide you back from the shadow side, should you get lost. So you got to sleep with the object, and make sure that you sleep until your alarm goes off. Don't wake up.
Well, that's impossible for me. I literally could never do this. I wake up like 10 times a night.
That's kind of wild. It's either I sleep or I don't. There's no in between.
Also, like, you have to go to bed after you're done setting up. I freaking stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, well then
4 in the morning.
You don't need to be doing this ritual, because then you're going to fuck it up for everybody. You're going to be forever lost in the shadow side.
Clearly.
And then, So to conduct the ritual, you have to do this. Like I said, you got to follow it to a T. So once the alarm goes off, you have 3 minutes to get to the room. Just 3 minutes. When you wake up, light the candle and grab the phone. You have to keep your sentimental object with you at all times. When you enter the room, shut the door behind you. The candle cannot go out. You have to protect that fucking flame with your life. Take your seat on the throne. Pretty much. Actually, very much. Very much like Encanto. Take your seat on the throne. The fan should be blowing behind you, blocking the wind, keeping it from touching the candle flame. If the candle gets burned out, stop what you're doing, end the ritual, and leave the house. If everything has gone according to plan and the ritual is started by 3:33 a.m., it's time to begin asking questions. Don't ask stupid shit either. Ask some serious questions. There might be voices or sounds coming from either side of you. Don't look in the mirror, for the love of fucking Jesus Christ. Don't look in the mirror.
I mean, if you love Jesus Christ, you're probably not doing these rituals either.
Also that, if you are fearful and you fear that you are going straight to hell, don't do the ritual. The questions need to be taken seriously. Nothing should be taken lightly during this ritual. You only have 1 hour to seek the answers of your questions with the kings. Some of the answers may be not what you want to hear. So, once your hour is up, we're going to start ending the ritual at 4:34 a.m. Have the person on the other side, your partner, call from the door to let you know that the ritual is over. If you don't respond, they need to call your phone. If that doesn't work, they should enter the room and try to snap you out of the trance. But they cannot touch you under any fucking circumstances.
Oh, that's where I definitely fuck up.
Yeah, don't touch the person. I don't know what happens if you touch them, because I couldn't find anything on that.
You'll be dragged into the shadow realm.
You'll probably be fucked forever. If all else fails, they will need to use the water from the bucket and bring you back by filling that mug with the bucket water and throwing it in your face or splashing it.
That's what that's for, okay?
If you're still in a semi-conscious state and it's time to return, focus on the sentimental object and let it guide you back to your waking state. Once you're aware of the end of the ritual, blow out the candle to signify the closure of the ritual.
And then get the absolute fuck out of that room, burn it to the ground.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll piss off some kind of thing.
Don't commit arson.
Please don't.
But,
listen,
but
I'm not encouraging any form of true crime and or arson at all. Did you know that one of the unsolved mysteries got solved the other day?
Yes.
That's crazy, right? I think maybe it was from the Netflix show. I'm not sure which one it was, though.
I think so.
But I was like, hooray, we got closure!
That is the point of still airing stuff like that.
Well, see, they had the podcast, but then they decided to end the podcast. I'm like, that's a great way. People like to listen to shit and drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who's choosing to listen to me is beyond me, but...
I mean, I know for a fact.
What?
Me.
Good.
I'll just play it in the background sometime.
Fuck.
I am 10 of your viewers. I'm kidding.
You probably are, I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Just kidding.
I am a single one of your viewers, but I know I nag some of my friends to listen, especially.
Good, because I need all the help. I need all the help I can get. Please listen to the podcast. I work very hard on it.
I have encouraged them to listen to the other episodes as well. But most of them are like, no, I don't fuck with spooky shit. So it's like,
just play the bitch and keep it on silent, and then go on Spotify and rate it, or Apple or Google or iHeart, whatever you listen to. Just go on there and rate it. Are you ready for the warnings? The fine print, if you will, of the ritual?
Because there always is. Actually, I didn't even find any for mine. But yes.
I'm pretty sure I said at the beginning, don't do the fucking rituals.
Never do any rituals ever, especially in your own home if you're dumb enough to do it.
Or ever at all. If you're
just don't.
If you're questioning if this shit is real or not, I'm not encouraging it.
No. That is of your own choice.
That is of your own choice.
We had nothing to do with this.
I will not peer pressure anybody into doing it except myself, and even then, that's questionable.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally peer pressuring me to freaking help with this sometimes.
I need somebody to be with the thing. It clearly states in the rules you need a partner. Okay, I would probably convince the pirate to come.
I forget. I was like, wait a minute. I know who you're talking. Yeah, I would be willing to be the secondary person only because I'm not the one actually fucking with this shit. I would be the one.
That's fair enough. I respect
I'm gonna break down the door.
Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me.
Mm-hmm. If anything, I'll be like, the closest I'll do is probably like clap in your face or some shit. Like, get your ass back.
I was gonna ask if you've seen The Conjuring, but never fucking mind.
Nope.
Or am I gonna? Oh, God damn it, Drea! There's 3, about to be 4 Conjuring movies, and you have yet to see any of them?
I have probably seen the first one on a date and did not pay attention.
God damn it, Drea. The first one's important. I'm very disappointed, but also not surprised.
Be disappointed in me.
How can you?
I am a Disney baby. I will only watch Disney.
Listen, I love Disney myself. However, I live and I bask in the blackness and the spookiness.
Yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas, that didn't he?
We're talking about real scary movies, not Tim Burton.
Okay, let's see. Real scary movies. Snow White's pretty scary. What you looking for?
I'm looking for God because you need it.
I'm looking for where the audacity is.
Where the audacity is. How the did you just tell me?
I remember those spooky ass trees.
That's about as scary as it gets.
Yeah, and then like the freaking part where like she dies because a fucking boulder falls on her.
That's hilarious.
She got crushed to death by a fucking boulder.
I mean, okay, that's nice fair enough.
Boulder.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. I'm trying to think of other iconic lines. I had so many the other day.
In the morning, I make waffles.
Fuck. I lost my train of thought.
I know the entirety of the Duloc song.
Welcome to Duloc, such a perfect town. Here we have some rules, let us lay them down.
Don't make waves, stay in line, and you'll get along fine. Duloc is a perfect place. Please keep off of the grass, shine your shoes, wipe your face.
Shrek is so awesome, dude. I love Shrek. Actually, while I was at the game yesterday, there was a kid that had like the Shrek ears on his Crocs.
Yes.
And I was like, where the fuck did you get those? Anyway, I'm getting back over here. What are you not supposed to do if the ritual fucks up? What are you gonna do? Right? Or what shouldn't you do?
Don't touch you.
If you're not awake by the time your alarm goes off, don't continue.
Makes sense.
If the door to the room where the ritual is taking place is closed, do not continue. Evacuate the residence or the house or the area until 6 a.m. Don't go back. If the fan is off or not working, again, leave the house with everybody. Don't come back until 6 a.m. Don't let the candle burn out before the ritual is finished. I'm pretty sure I stressed that more than enough. Do not look into either mirror. If you look, it's said what gets seen will pull your consciousness inside and you can become trapped in the shadow side by the kings. Do not leave the ritual before 4:34 a.m. Most importantly, don't go into the ritual with disrespect or cockiness because it's not going to end well. So don't be over there asking stupid shit, which is probably the first thing I'll fucking do.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also like, I'm kind of scared of this shit. So I mean, I'm not going to fuck around with it.
Like, you are equally scared and cocky.
There we go.
It's both sides of your brain, both going, we got this.
And the other side being, you're not real.
Exactly.
I hate that I'm a believer and a skeptic all in one.
Yeah.
This is another one. This is an extremely risky ritual because it involves summoning the spirits. Oh, and also to the cockiness thing, make sure your friend isn't cocky either or coming in with some kind of disrespect because it'll fuck you both up. And also, you know, because there's a candle involved, there's a risk of shit hitting the fan and the house burning down. So, like, be aware that you are using a candle and don't be stupid with a candle.
Probably put something non-flammable underneath it just in case.
Probably. So anyway, that's the ritual.
Good backup use for that freaking bucket.
Yeah. That's the ritual. What are your thoughts? What do you think?
I think that you are truly dumb enough to do this. I believe in you to be dumb enough to do this.
And honestly, I thought about it when I started reading about it and everything. I was like, I do want to try this. But then I thought, my mother once said, "Don't fucking do it, you dumbass." No, she didn't really say that. I mean, that's vaguely saying what she did. Listen, I do not watch The Exorcist. I will not. I've only seen it once, and I will not watch it again because shit truly fucked up. And I didn't believe my mom. She was like, "No, don't watch that because a bunch of weird shit went down. Like, there was a lot of anger in her house when she was a kid, and like, just shit started hitting the fan, right?" So I was like, whatever, you're just doing like mom shit. You're not, you know me. You know how I am. So anyway, I proceeded to watch it. I swear to God, everything that could go wrong in my life went wrong for me and the family. So when my mom found that, she didn't know I watched that movie. So when she found that fucking disc, she called me, "You stupid ass, why are you fucking doing this? And why did you watch that shit? I told you about watching this movie." So she broke the disc. And the shit still kind of stayed there with us for a while. But I'm not going to, like, even though I want to try it, I'm not going to fuck around with it for the sake of them. Now, if it's just me by myself, all right, I'm ready. Because I feel like I have nothing to lose. But because I've got my rat brothers and my parents, I'm not going to mess with it. You're looking at me like that's a lie.
It's not that it's a lie. I feel like you'll just slowly start breaking down out of curiosity.
You feel like what?
That you'll just slowly start breaking down because of the curiosity.
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's you.
I know it's me.
It's you. All the bullshittery that I tell you with love. I feel you're so dumb enough to do this. Eventually. It may not be now. It may not be this year. It may not even be this fucking decade, but at some point, you will likely be curious enough to do this.
I do want to see the Church of Satan.
I'd be down for that.
Will I summon him? No.
God.
But I want to go see it because I keep seeing it all over my TikTok.
Of course you do.
My TikTok, it ranges, okay? It goes from like art and funny to that shit.
But like that's some good shit.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna do an episode on conspiracy theories, but there's so many that I love that I don't know which one to choose. And I found one yesterday about time travel. Not yesterday, it was a couple days ago. And man, it was a live stream, so I can't remember shit from it, right? And I'm like, damn, that would have been really good to talk about. Cause it was like basically saying that there's like 5, you know how like a music note or like a line from music looks?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was saying that basically that was like the different time travel things. So basically when we listen to music, we're time traveling or something like that. It was weird. It was, yeah, I know it sounds weird, right? But like I was cooking and I wasn't listening entirely, but that's what I got from it.
Damn.
Yeah. And if you want to find him, he goes by, I think it's Military Shapeshifter. I don't know how I don't even know how I found it.
So you don't remember what they said, but you somehow remember their handle.
Yeah, because I don't know how to explain it. I remember the handle, I think because I went on his page and I creeped because he claims to be like reptilian. That something was done to him.
What?
Yeah, like he was in the military and then he claimed to be reptilian. and then he like does this shit where his eye like actually changes, and I'm like, okay, that's a cool effect, right? So then I'm creeping some more, and I'm like, there's something about this guy.
Sneeple.
He's definitely not of human descent. He was, but probably not anymore.
Gotcha.
But don't try my ritual
God,
if
no.
you are mentally unstable, or spiritually unstable, or drunk, or high. Probably just don't do it at all. just don't do it. I don't know anybody who's mentally stable anymore.
I honestly could barely. I don't think I could think of a single person
I
who
really
would be
can't.
mentally stable enough to do
because
this.
this world sucks. Like, I think after COVID, shit just hit the fan. You know what I mean? Everybody's sad, everybody's depressed, and we're all fucking poor, unless you're lucky and you're not. But we're all fucking broke. We're all fucking poor. That's how I feel anyway. And shit definitely hit the fan after Harambe died.
My God, it's all because of that.
It really is. The timeline fucking shifted.
What, you ready for my stuff now?
Oh yeah, I want to hear what you have. I have no idea what she's going to talk about. I have like an ish idea, but nothing more. And as she mentioned, she was not here.
I have had a whole 3.5 hours to prepare, and more than half of that, about half of that was not sober. So I did my best to proofread it before printing it. Yes, I printed it because I'd rather have paper, so there might be some papery sounds.
Insert paper sounds immediately. You know those metal shards where it's like...
Oh yeah, the metal sheets.
Yeah, I love that sound.
Okay. So I couldn't think of rituals very well. So like it took me a good 2 or 3 hours to think of one that I would know something about. So I would be able to ad-lib a little bit. So I kind of went with the most generic fucking thing ever. the Bloody Mary ritual.
Bloody Mary is a classic, though.
It is a classic.
It really
is.
It's
such a classic that it is considered a party game. And I feel like that's... Come on, people say don't do rituals. Well, see, it's not fucking to take lightly, but that's a game? Really? It's
so
the game.
I've actually heard, Bloody Mary's been around for fucking ever. I don't know exactly when it first became a thing, but...
That is something I did not find. I could not find a record of...
I want to say it's like an 80... You know what? There is another podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts, okay? It's called Haunted Places. Every now and then he'll go over, like, the rituals, or he'll go over, like, urban legends, whatever. Basically, it's been around for as long as we've heard. We both heard about it probably when we were, like, in elementary school.
Oh, yeah, I remember it from elementary school. It was like the first I ever heard about it.
Yeah, for real. So basically they say, rather than it being a ritual, some are saying that it's like a coming of age kind of thing. And I'm like, how is that coming of age?
How is something...
I was afraid of fucking Bloody Mary shit when I was a child. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I still haven't done it to this day because I'm not trying to mess around with some bitch in the mirror.
Oh, hell no.
However...
but let me tell you about the bitch in the mirror, though.
Alright, so anyway, we're gonna proceed to talk about this bitch that scared me. I mean, I was like 8 years old when I first heard about Bloody Mary, and I know a little bit about it, but not enough to get me by.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start off with something somewhat different. Apparently, the ritual itself somewhat had been like a split from a different ritual. So I was like, oh my god, it's something non-spooky. Well, it's a little spooky, but not as spooky that it originated with. So it's believed that like the origin of the ritual was that like young women in like the very, very, very fucking like old ages, the olden times. Trying to think of the fucking phrase. I'm still a little unhinged right now. So young women would walk through that dark house with a small lit candle, because there's always a fucking candle.
Oh yeah, you can't have a ritual without a candle.
And a hand mirror. And what they would do is they would wander the house in the dark, and they would hope to divine the face of their future husband in his dim reflection.
What?
Yeah. It was,
so wait, it was a matchmaker too?
It was a fucking matchmaker. Like, it was like, yeah, you might see your future husband's face, or you might see a skull or death itself, and what that would mean is that you would die before marriage.
Well, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, so that was apparently the...
I mean, I wonder how many girls around that whatever age were like, if I see a skeleton, I'm gonna die.
When I would have been like, see a skeleton, dope.
Be like, whoa, a skeleton in a mirror. Hey, check that out.
But so I'm also like, I didn't even write this down, but like, I would think, like, considering the time period, like, they would be married off very young. So I'm like, we're 10-year-olds doing this? We're like 14-year-olds doing this?
We've heard about this ritual or this whatever you want to call it.
When we were that young, too.
We were
so
young,
it's like,
so it makes sense.
Damn. So then the actual ritual, I'm trying not to say the name too many times because I know that, like, I don't really...
She's gonna accidentally summon that shit in my room.
Exactly. Like, I'm looking at you, there's the reflection of your glasses, there's monitors around us, there's my phone. There are so many reflective surfaces.
My glasses are no longer on my face.
You could go ahead and use face. So I will be trying to refer to the ritual as just like
the
Mary
ritual.
Or the ritual. Stuff like that.
Hey, you know what if, like...
I don't want to say it too many times.
Let's say, what if we have a portal open right now just because we're looking into two reflective surfaces on our face?
God damn it, bitch.
Hey, look.
But we need them. We're blind.
See, I was going to put my contacts... It's just been a lazy fucking day, you know what I mean?
I could have put my contacts in too, but I was too fucking lazy. Just rolled out of bed, got dressed, and got dusted. Anyways.
Sorry.
So, the ritual as we grew up knowing, there's like slightly different versions here. So, you enter a dark room. Commonly the bathroom is what most people say is like, you use the bathroom mirror. And I'm just like, hell no, I don't want that in the place where I shit.
Oh my god. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. We'll just, yeah.
So you go to a dark room and light a candle. You say,
Bloody Mary.
You say it 3 times in the mirror, very slowly and clearly, while staring into the reflection. In some variations, you actually have to close your eyes and spin around in a little circle 3 times before you look for her in the mirror. And if you don't see her, you spin 3 more times in the other direction. And if she doesn't appear, you simply blow out the candle and leave. If she does appear, she is said to appear as a ghost or a witch, often covered in blood. And she could either actually be nice or evil. Sometimes, like, I have saw no record of what happens if she's nice, because of course no one wants to fucking say that.
No,
everyone
nobody
wants to lean into the evil.
That's the thing. The thing about the darkness is that everybody wants to stay mysterious, dark, and spooky.
So, like, 3 or 4 websites I use is like, she could be good or bad. Here's all the bad things she could do. Like, damn. Nope.
Damn, there's no, like, on the 3 Kings ritual, I couldn't find a specific of what'll happen, other than the fact that your consciousness will be stuck in the shadow world. I don't know if that means that another entity or another being
might steal your body.
Basically, like pretty much the whole fucking Insidious thing.
Mm-hmm. So it is said that what she will do to you, she could strangle you, curse or scream at you, steal your soul, drink your blood, scratch your eyes out, and etc. Just all the just some of those, all of those, more than that. Who knows?
You see, I can handle for whatever reason all of the shit that you just said, but the eye scratching thing.
I knew it, and that's why I saved it for last.
That right there, it's giving me goosebumps. I hate
scratch your eyes.
It just, the thought of it, just fucking ugh.
Just fucking truly terrifying. What do you have to fear? You have glasses in the way.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
Glasses are protection.
That's what you think.
Protection. So there are a few common theories as to who this person really was in life. But I only really wanted to talk about my favorite top 2 contenders. So the first and most common one, because she actually shares the namesake, is Queen Mary I, who was alive from 1516 to 58. She was the Queen of England and Ireland in 1553 by bloodline, but also married and became the Queen Consort of Spain from 1556 to 58.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I know. That's why I made sure to put as many facts
We
as
love
possible.
history. We really do.
Mm-hmm.
I did not bring you history this time, guys. Sorry.
Oh, no. I knew I had to because I knew that there wasn't much with the fucking ritual. There was not going to be much I could find with the ritual. Except for, like, Reddit posts as to, oh my god, I did this and it was crazy.
Some of these Reddit posts are like 30 fucking minutes long for no reason.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm just going to bring some history into this.
I like the history. I like learning about this stuff.
Exactly, which is why I wanted to bring you the history.
We love history here.
Because we're nerds.
That's right.
So, Queen Mary was the only child from Henry VIII's first wife. And if you don't remember, Henry VIII is the man who he was the king, obviously. He wanted to get a divorce, but that was against the Catholic Church. So then he became Protestant. So he's also the one who divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. All these women's.
Fuck.
That's how many wives he had. So Mary is the first child of the first queen. And the only one to survive to adulthood from that wife.
Wow. I wonder how many kids in total he had.
I did not find a record of that because, I mean, you know, back in these olden times, a lot of these people were dying off pretty easily. There's always, you know, some inbreeding, so all of them.
Just for the record, the royal family, no matter where, their fucking histories are so long.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, I ain't about to go through all this shit.
Nah, I don't blame you. That's a lot.
So when her parents did divorce, she was actually forbidden from ever visiting her mother, even when her mother was on her deathbed.
That's fucked.
Yeah. That definitely fucked her up. And then, depending on which queen was currently on the throne, she was considered like a off and on again princess. Either she was allowed to go to functions, or she was confined to her room, stuff like that. So she definitely did not have a good family life.
Every day, I'm kind of glad that we live in this world we live in, where you can choose to fucking stay away from everybody.
I choose to hide in my room. I don't want to go to these events.
I choose to be away also.
So then she actually became England's first queen regent, which is the first queen who rules on her own, like without a man, rather than being the wife or the mother of a child king that's too young. Because when her father passed away, he actually named someone else next in line because, of course, she was a woman. But she said, fuck that, and she overtook the throne.
Nice.
With
That's
force.
what we do. Power to the women.
Exactly.
Power to the fucking women.
But not this woman. We don't encourage this woman.
Okay, well, power
for reasons that will be brought up.
For that moment, power to the woman.
Yeah, for that moment, fuck yeah, girl power.
Particular woman.
Only for a bit. Because what she ended up doing was she had grown up Catholic with her father and mother. But then, of course, her father decided to be a Protestant specifically so he could divorce. So she was like, fuck that, I'm reversing his policies. And ended up actually burning nearly 300 Protestants at the stake in order to try to convert English citizens to Roman Catholicism.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she went hard.
You might be wondering what I'm doing.
I am wondering what you're doing.
I don't want to say.
I want you to say now.
You want me to say?
I want you to say.
Okay, I felt like an ish breeze right here between us. And I'm not sure if it was the paper or if it was something else. Because I've been seeing a lot of weird, not in here, but at the offices, I've been seeing some fucking shit. And I'm like, did I bring something back with me? But hopefully it was the paper.
You better not have brought it back. Damn.
Anyway, she burned people at the stake.
Yeah, she burnt hundreds of people at the
crazy.
stake, specifically just because of religion. She was like, nah, everyone gotta be Catholic. I'm gonna burn you.
Why is religion always causing a fucking ruckus?
Right?
No offense, religious people, but like, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely no offense. This is about, history. This is not about your actual religion.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I
hurt other
don't
people
care
there.
what religion you are. Just be kind. That's it. That's the bottom line. Just be a kind human.
And she was also said to have only brought death, never life, because she actually also experienced 2 false pregnancies throughout her lifetime, dying during the latter.
died from a false pregnancy?
Not from the false pregnancy, but during her false pregnancy.
Interesting.
So, like, she rushed to try to produce an heir. That way she could keep her title when she did finally marry the King of Spain. However, he was not into her. They didn't try all that much. And then she convinced... It's like a medical condition. She convinced herself so much that she was pregnant that her body reacted like she was pregnant.
That's
so. Of
crazy.
course, she announced it to everyone, like, "Yeah, I'm producing an heir," but then it just never came. Her breasts swell from milk, her stomach distended, everything. Never.
She was
never
insane.
able to give birth.
Wow.
And it's also believed that she had like irregular periods. She was likely not mentally all there in the head. I wouldn't be surprised.
No.
So yeah,
I wouldn't either.
She apparently suffered from depression. So there was too much going on. She was definitely more of a death bringer.
So she can't perform the ritual that I said.
God knows she couldn't. And then Mary died at the age of 42, likely from uterine or ovarian cancer, which probably helped with the whole not being able to produce an heir.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
pretty sure that's like number one reason.
Mm-hmm. So she has said that if she is the one looking through the mirror, her reasoning would be to look for her missing children that, she never actually had. There was never a fetus.
Was she like convinced, like 100% convinced?
She was convinced she was carrying children. It wasn't that she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna say it, tee hee hee. No, she full on believed.
Okay, I was like, okay, because I know that I don't know how false pregnancies work. First of all, you just explained it, but like honestly, before this, I didn't know this was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, did she like have herself so convinced by a lie, or did she genuinely just one day start showing pregnancy symptoms or pregnancy signs?
It said that she started showing signs, and as a queen, sure, you could have a doctor, but you don't want them all up in your business because you don't want them like mutilating you for any reason. So there was, and I mean, this is also back when there's like no pregnancy tests.
That's
really
true.
Like there's no peeing on a stick. Yes, you're pregnant. So
yeah, that's true.
So there was not really any way to confirm whether or not she was pregnant other than her belly swelling and her breast swelling.
That's very crazy to think that. I mean, so you say she probably died of a cancer?
She likely died of a cancer.
Was she still she died during, okay.
She had a phantom pregnancy.
Okay.
She announced it. Everyone was ready for her to have this baby, and then it just never came after, like, what she would do, like what most royals do is they'll go like kind of hide off and put themselves like to bed for a while, for a few weeks, preparing for the baby. But they kept on extending it and extending it and extending it until they finally realized the baby's never gonna come.
So she was full on like
she's
9 months pregnant,
like, big belly. She apparently used to be like, very like kind of fit, skinny, and when she started experiencing this supposed pregnancy, she got big.
Huh. Okay. Now that it's all registered, got it. Cool.
So like there was of course so much fanfare, like this is going to be the first royal baby, but then nothing happened. So then people are like, oh, she's probably going to steal a servant girl's baby and raise it as her own, or she's going to snatch a baby somewhere. Like
I'm surprised,
like
honestly,
so
that wasn't something that happened.
Mm-hmm. So then when she had her second false pregnancy, there was no announcement, no fanfare, and she ended up passing halfway through.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's dark. So if you do this ritual, then you say she's the one that shows up looking for her kids?
If this is the Mary in the mirror, then her supposed reasoning is she's looking for her kids. Okay. That there was never even a fetus. She never had anything brewing in there. So she has no logical reason, but of course she was so convinced that they say that she's looking for.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
And my second and definitely my most favorite contender of who this Mary isn't even named Mary.
What's the name?
I am not going to even attempt to pronounce her local name from where she's at. I will slaughter it. But we know her as Elizabeth Bathory. That is her English given name. So she was a countess in Hungary.
I know this one.
Yes, I know you know this one because I love vampires and she is rumored to have been a vampire.
I live for this story. I mean, okay, that sounds horrible.
I had to sneak this in.
Story is so awesome. Oh my god.
I knew I had to sneak this in.
I'm so happy.
I legitimately looked up candidates and she was listed, so I was like, okay, I can freely do this and not be lying just to put it in here for no reason. No, I have reason.
Now we have a reason. We have a reason. We have a reason.
So she lived from 1560 to 1614. She reportedly suffered from seizures as a child, probably due to epilepsy.
Epilepsy.
I wrote this while drunk. I wrote this part while drunk.
Epilepsy.
Epilepsy.
There we go.
Anemone. As a result from inbreeding, as always, because of course these people try to keep the money in the family.
I think they're called Blue Bloods, aren't they?
Yes, they are called.
Not to be mistaken for the TV show Blue Bloods. That's kind of weird.
Blue Bloods. Blah, blah, blah.
Blue blood. Hoo ha ha.
Torque. So, she actually received a gift of an entire castle from her husband shortly after marriage, where she would go on to commit all her heinous acts.
First of all, I want a castle.
I know.
And I want to be able to, like, lay in bed for weeks at a time.
I know.
I would get... I mean, I would probably not sleep most of it, but, like...
I know you won't.
Just to, like, do nothing.
I know.
And have a giant castle. Oh, my God.
Giant castle, all the servants. Oh, you don't have someone else wipe your ass. I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that.
Kidding.
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I am capable of
but
doing it
I do wonder if that was a case, actually.
That probably was.
Ugh.
I would not be surprised if there was.
And then in today's world, somebody's like, I wiped the king's ass. Here's the toilet paper. 10,000 you. eBay. Let's auction now.
Anyways. Her husband was reportedly fucking crazed. He was the Black Knight of Hungary. He would go off to war for extended periods of time. So they didn't really, get all that much alone time together. So it took 10 years for them to even start producing children because he was gone so long at war.
Wow.
But when he would visit, this fucking crazy asshole would bond with her over various methods of torture, even going as far as to gift her some claws to wear to slash her servants.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. This is
she was reportedly somewhat violent throughout her childhood.
Fucking Delphine LaLaurie-esque torture we're talking about here.
She was just kind of violent growing up, and then they met, and then it was like, hey, here's how you torture. She was like, ooh, I like.
I like torture. That is a nice torture. Shut up, Alexa. Stop.
Damn. So yeah, they also felt very untouchable by the law because the king actually owed her husband money. A shit ton of money. The fucking king of Hungary owed this motherfucker money. So they thought they could get away with everything. They were like, the law can't touch us. We're gonna torture, murder, everything. We're just gonna fuck up our servants and no one can tell us otherwise. Come at me.
That is very Delphine LaLaurie of them. That gives me maybe they're her inspiration. Sorry, Alexa keeps going off because... Shut up, Alexa. It keeps going off because Barcelona is playing right now.
So
the halftime score is 1-0, and I'm existing right now. That's disappointing.
So once her husband died and she started to notice that she was aging, she became way more obsessed with being a bloody crazy woman.
I'm sorry. I just the story of this lady has always been like one of my favorite ones growing up.
I know.
And I know it's shitty to say favorite, but like it is my favorite. I just like
She is my favorite female serial killer.
my the fact that
Yes, we have favorites for psychopaths.
Yes, Bailey Sarian says don't have a favorite.
Too bad.
But too bad. My favorite, I don't know why, but I like Eileen Wuornos. I'll get into her later. We'll talk about this at a later time. This is not right now. We're focusing on the vampire.
Yes. So, there, yeah, she became way more obsessed with being a fucking psychopath. So after her husband died, she started taking in young women from ages 10 to 14 from the surrounding villages and towns, people that she thought no one would miss, the undesirables. Because of course she wanted to fuck them up. Maga. Like, really, like, you really thought no one would miss them, but I get it. She thought she was untouchable.
Well, see, there was a true crime that I was listening to on That's Why We Drink, and they were talking about how the, what the fuck were they called? Because, you know, back in the day, having a cadaver was not, like, easy access. Yeah. So they would have these grave diggers come out and take bodies. Well, these two guys started getting, like, money hungry, to say the least. And so they would take people that would not be easily missed.
Cobos.
And, you know, obviously they got caught. Otherwise, it wouldn't be talked about on a true crime.
Obviously. But, you know, so then she had a very horrible temper. She was quick to anger. So, like, if someone was sewing her clothes and they missed a stitch, you know what she would do? She would prick their fingers with the needles on purpose. And she would tell them, oh, if it hurts, you whore, you may remove it. But if they dare touch the needle, she would sever their finger.
Holy shit! I didn't know. Oh my god. I didn't know that. That is fucked.
Mm-hmm. If someone dared to steal money, it would be put in the fire and used to brand their hands.
What?
She would brand them with any coin money.
Oh,
that
okay.
they
I
would
was
try
like,
to
wait. Because for
yeah,
whatever
old-timey
reason,
coin
yes,
money.
okay. Because for whatever reason, I'm over here thinking about like a
paper
a bill.
money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As it, and she, of course, she would also, for fun, whip them, and for no reason at all. There were also reports of cannibalism, but not for herself. She would tear chunks of flesh off some of the girls and either make them eat it themselves or feed it to another girl.
Holy shit. See, I didn't know all that about her. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Ugh, an icon.
And here's where the possible vampirism comes in. Some also claim that she bathed in the blood of some of these young girls to retain her youth. After one day hitting one of her servants so hard that blood splattered onto her, and when she went to wash it off, she felt that her skin was rejuvenated.
Probably because of water.
Right? You washed your face.
Let's go with the blood, I guess. That's what I knew about her with the bathing in the blood part. That's what I knew. I didn't know about the branding or the finger prick severing.
There is no proof of this. There's not as many witnesses for the bloodbath as there is for all the other torture methods
but
I
also,
have listed.
Who's gonna be alive to report the bloodbath? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So then, after she got bored with all these,
Bored?
Yeah, after she got bored of snatching undesirables, she then pretended to open a finishing school in her castle so she could start stealing away the daughters of lesser nobles. She was just like, nah, I'm tired of these riffraff nobodies. I need to start stealing somebody. That is where she fucked.
Of course it is.
I mean, obviously everything else she did is fucked up. I mean, this is the road to her doom.
Just like the body snatchers.
So at this point, when she started stealing the nobles, the rumors of what she's been doing had been spreading far. People were reporting that they could see some of her servants in the towns.
Grab your torch and pitchforks.
Mm-hmm. They could see servants all bruised from all the freaking torture. There were reportedly screams coming from her castle. So at this point, people were like, oh, shit's definitely going on, and it's been spreading.
You think that something's going on? I couldn't tell that something was going on.
And now that young, noble women were missing, the king finally got the balls to intervene.
Hasn't the husband been dead this whole time?
The husband's been dead the whole time.
Okay, so why is he allowed?
Because she still was she was still allowed to carry on her title. She was still allowed.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So it had not defaulted. It hadn't gone under. So it wasn't until the investigation was opened and at least 300 people came forward with
300 people?
300 witnesses and interviews of all these people who have either been hurt or just seen what had happened. Finally, his debt was absolved and she was imprisoned within her own castle.
At least she got to stay home.
Right? Like, it's because she was a countess. There's not really, they were still like, oh, well, you still have status, I guess. Like, no, they should have stripped her of that, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's like that military bitch that threatened to
bring that up.
I'm sorry. That one got me. That one got me because she's over here thinking she's all high and mighty, and then let me and my active duty husband, let me post something on Facebook because, you know, why not? Stupid. And I just want to know if she's been arrested yet or what's going on with that, because apparently there's no fucking update. And this happened like recently.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was completely off topic.
So because of all this, she was dubbed the Blood Countess for her actions between 1590 to 1610. So only 20 years of since her husband's death. It was 20 years of her extreme torture.
So how old was she when she died?
I have no fucking clue. I could do the math. I have the years over here. I'm too tired to do that. Let me 54.
Well, at least she lived a good long life. I mean, that's not long anymore, but for that time, that's pretty long.
Yeah.
I think anything really like to the 1900s where you live past like 40 is a long fucking life. Meanwhile, I'm here like only got 9 years.
So between the years of 1590 and 1610, she allegedly murdered an estimated 600 plus young girls.
Holy shit. Wait, how many bodies does it take to fill up a tub? And what kind of tub are we talking about? I mean, because I know that we're not talking about these kinds of, unless we are.
Maybe it's like one of those like clawfoot tubs. I don't fucking know.
All I know is like the type of shit that I'm imagining is like one of those big fucking jacuzzi tubs that they have in mansions and shit. You know?
I mean, you can collect blood without murdering people. You could just,
do you
collect a little at a time.
How much blood we're talking about?
I know, but I mean, there's no reports whether she did this every day, once a week. Or like, who knows how often she did these supposed bloodbaths. Also,
do you think she got like bloodborne pathogens from it?
Probably. It would not be surprising. I mean, like, especially at the beginning, most of these were the undesirables. These people don't have good health.
Yeah, for that. And also, I was like, wasn't chlamydia and syphilis like the big fucking disease back in the day?
I'm pretty sure. I have no fucking... Yeah, so many refute the claims that, some people are like, no, there's not enough witnesses. She definitely didn't murder these many people. There are some non-believers and they say that her name is being dragged through the mud and that this is a witch hunt. And I'm just like, how? There are over 300 witnesses that had come forward. I get like mob mentality, some of them might have been fake, but 300 people. And supposed 600 dead, 600 plus dead. How is that fake?
I don't know. But if there's that many witnesses, I mean, and the other thing is that no one witness is going to have the same thing. You know what I mean? Like,
So somehow the witnesses all said either the women were imprisoned, mutilated, dead, or dying. Like, there was just all the entire range of, like, they're definitely at least mutilated. They might be on death door, or they're already just dead and still sitting in the little prisons.
Ugh.
Yeah, left to right.
Sorry. Can I help you? Sir? Yeah.
Oh, no, it's one of her brothers.
It's cool.
Hey, are y'all on pause?
Yeah, we can.
We
pause.
can.
Hold
Hello.
Sorry, my brother ended up calling because of important things. Apparently, it was pretty important. He drew me it's like a flower, but it's like, how do you explain it? I'll show you a picture in a minute.
All that was really left to say was, if this is the quote-unquote Mary in the mirror, her reason for coming to the mirror is to attack more young ladies even in death.
She's so fucking vain.
Right?
Ugh.
You're
Get on
so vain.
You probably think this song is about you. You're so vain.
And veins are where blood comes from.
God damn it, Drea. Well, that was an excite. I absolutely love that story of that woman. I think I first heard about that when I was probably like 11 or something like that, whenever I started feeling the darkness within. But yeah, she always fascinated me. I was like, dang, she really took a bath in blood. But then also I keep saying Delphine LaLaurie because in American Horror Story they said that she also would fucking do that, you know? And you know, I think I was having like a struggle this week trying to come up with like the plan for this month. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
It sounds like we need to do a true crime episode at some point.
I think so. I think it's coming.
I call H.H. Holmes.
You do as you please, because I fucking love H.H. Holmes. I
also love Jack the Ripper, but I'm gonna call H.H. Holmes.
Jack the Ripper has been around for so long that everybody really knows a lot about him.
Exactly.
And if they don't, I mean, all you gotta do is look it up. I think it's still unsolved of who that was.
And H.H. Holmes had an attitude, because this was after
He's
Jack the
an
Ripper.
author, isn't he?
I don't remember.
I think he's got books.
Maybe. But all I know is that, like, Jack the Ripper happened first, and then H.H. Holmes was basically like, wait till they get a load of me.
Do you know what story really The Lost Colony of Roanoke. That's what I want to do. But I don't want to put any spoilers on here because I know only American Horror Story season of that.
And I have watched absolutely none of it.
God damn it, dude. You need to, because my Lord and Savior, Kathy Bates, is in there, and she is my Lord and Savior. Have you seen Misery? No.
I know of it. Is that the one where she, like, kneecaps an author?
Yes. Did you say kneecaps?
Well, you know.
Kidnaps? No,
I said kneecaps, but I mean, she done both. She's kidnaps and kneecaps an author.
I love... That is definitely one of my favorite movies. Because it's not a horror movie so much as it is like a
fucking psychopath.
I don't know about psychopath. Well, she is off her fucking rocker. But
doesn't she do it because she's mad about how, like, one of his book ends or some shit? No, she reads his manuscript and is like, can't publish it. See, yes. I haven't even watched the movie.
No, wait. Shit. I think the book is published already. I think the book is published, and then you know he gets. You know, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Fuck all of you. I don't mean that. I love you all. Thank you for listening. But I will say everything. Like, the whole movie, he gets into a car accident because he finished the manuscript for, I think it's a new book. It's not even the Misery book that the movie is named after. So he gets into a wreck because he's in Colorado. In Colorado, it's snowing and it's winter, whatever. So she rescues him, brings him to her house where she nurses him back to health, and she makes him rewrite the entire book of Misery because she did not like the way it ended. So then he starts getting better and he's able to, like, move around, and she gets a wheelchair for him so that he can go to the other side of the room. Well, he decided that he needs to go on a little adventure and see who the fuck this bitch is, because she's crazy. So he eventually leaves the room by picking the lock with a hair clip or a bobby pin.
Yeah.
And when she discovers that he's been out a couple times, she gets a wooden block, puts it between his feet, and takes a sledgehammer and fucking breaks his ankles inward like this.
That's what I was thinking about. So it wasn't kneecap.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it might as well close enough. So that leaves him bedridden once again and trapped again. And she keeps telling him, I'm going to call your daughter. I'm going to do this. She's fucking gaslighting the shit out of him. It's a great movie, except for that one part. But I love it. I fucking love it. And after that,
I think that's when she became my Lord and Savior because she's awesome. And then there's the other movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. God damn it, Drea. It's a chick flick. It's very good.
That's why
I always go. God damn it. Okay, listen. It's
I'm not
really
a chick flick.
It's not like one of those stereotype. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like Still Magnolias where it's like all chick flick or any fucking Julia Roberts movie. Pretty Woman.
Okay, I've seen that one.
Okay, it's not like that.
Okay.
This takes place like back in, I'm gonna say like the early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the South. It's a great movie, but it's awesome. And then of course she's in American Horror Story where she became my Lord and Savior officially for like the 3rd time in a row. She's in Titanic. Listen, she is awesome. And I don't like that she's getting old.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
It's gonna happen eventually. Cherish her while you can.
The thought of it makes me want to...
Cherish her while you can. Love her.
I was
and
going to
don't
say
let go.
I want to bathe myself in blood.
Jesus Christ.
I said it. I don't mean it. It's all a joke. Nobody report me to like the police or anything. I'm just kidding.
I know she's psycho, but she won't do that. Trust me.
I'm not gonna. Listen, I have too much anxiety to even go out in public.
If
on
either
my own.
of us were gonna be that psycho, it would be me, not her. It's gonna be me.
I have 0 words. Apparently, as you can tell by my Okay.
I'm kidding. Jesus. That's giving me a look. She's giving me a look like, you can use my blood in that? Like,
my
no.
blood flows like water.
Perfect. Just the right
No, I'm not
consistency.
kidding. One time I went to go get my blood drawn and they had to like switch the vials because the blood was coming out like crazy.
They can't even get my blood. They've tried so
I
many
literally
times.
fucking leak. Like one cut, like I slit my finger open while I was sharpening a pencil. Yes, I would. I was at work. I was drawing. Not my current job. Whatever. Anyway, I was sharpening a pencil with a knife because that's the only way it would. That's the only way it would sharpen. Because the pencil sharpener was broken and gone.
Like, what was the point of you saying it was broken if it was just gone?
You had to throw it out, right? I mean, I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so I proceed to like miss the pencil, and I cut my finger. I still have the scar on my finger from it, and it bleeds like I just cut all the way down to the bone. Jeez. So the fucking nurse is like, "Oh my god, we gotta go get you. Like, what do you need?" And I'm like,
wait. Is this when you were doing that job?
No, this was like at the hospital. Okay. I was working nights, so anyway, I cut my finger. And I already knew it wasn't a deep cut. I knew it was a little fucking cut. But the nurse is over there like, oh my god, I gotta go get everything. So she comes back with the gauze, the bandage, and I think whatever it was to clean the wound out. So my finger was looking like this. Jesus. And then I said, and she goes, "Why are you laughing?" I'm like, because. I'll explain later. She goes, "You look like a fucking psycho laughing like that." And I was like, I'm sorry. It's just like I think it's like a nervous reaction I have or something.
It is. It actually is.
Really?
I've seen you nervous, and you just start fucking psychotically laughing. You have the like, this is fine kind of reaction.
Yeah. So anyway, she was like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just laughing." So then a few hours pass by, and I'm like, I'm not bleeding anymore. So I take the thing off, and it's literally like a paper cut. And I bled that much. Like, I think I have pictures on my phone of how much I bled.
Jesus Christ.
It was pretty bad. Bad enough to scare a trauma nurse, so what do you say?
You gave her some trauma.
I gave her some trauma. I did give her some trauma. But that wouldn't be the first time I scared the shit out of somebody. Of course, right?
You scare the shit out of everybody by existing.
Actually, I think one of the ladies I work with, I think she firmly believes that I have voodoo dolls.
I'm looking at one.
This was store-bought. This doesn't count.
I know, store-bought keychain one.
I forgot that I had this.
Yeah, it's literally right there, like hanging right by your face.
Okay, yes, I have a voodoo doll, but it's a store-bought one that's supposed to like...
a good luck charm one.
Yeah, like a good luck charm, but also it's like an encouraging type of thing, and I guess
when my mom gave it to me for Christmas. All three of us got one.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me this one that says, like, you can do anything. So I did it. And, you know, I've been planning this fucking podcast since October. It's almost coming on a year of planning the podcast, and then in January it'll be a year old.
Damn.
And since somebody fucked me up and said we're halfway through 2023, I thought I'd fuck you up too.
No! No!
Yes.
Oh, fuck!
Yes, I know. I was shook when I saw that. I was like, how dare you ruin my timeline?
No. Fuck, I have so...
The good news is...
I have so much shit to do this year.
The good news is, I mean, Halloween is coming. This is Halloween. I know it sucks, right? I think we're gonna have to take a break while we mentally collect each other.
No.
Okay, we're not taking a break.
No. I just need my water.
It's exciting. Listen, somebody fucked me up and I had to. Anyway, I had been planning this podcast for God knows how, like, since October, literally drawing everything out, trying to figure out a good logo. And for those of you who've probably seen, like, the first start of it, I originally had a tarot card that I had drawn, but then I decided, let me change it to Scully. And Scully is now the official logo.
Perfect.
He's great, isn't
he? Yes.
His original drawing was just a board sketch at work.
That's usually when they're the best.
Yeah, and I'm like, how the fuck can I be a graphic designer, not know how to, or not have any, like, good ideas on graphic design, and then out of complete boredom come up with a whole fucking logo for everything?
I mean, shit, I did too. My fucking artist signature for digital art is something I didn't even make for myself. I had made it to submit to, like, a tattoo design contest for a YouTuber who was like, I guess I'll get a tattoo, but only if a subscriber makes it. Fuck it. I made it. Didn't even get on the honorable mentions. Wasn't even shown on the episode at all when they announced which one it was. And it just kind of sat around for a while. Then when I looked at it again, like, years later, I was like, I'm just going to trace this digitally. This is my thing now.
And thus became...
Batitude.
Which I like it.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to end this. I'm sorry. I know we went like 20 minutes over completely
with just
everything.
Rambling.
Let me just do a little summary here. The Three Kings Challenge, if you're going to try it, I'm not encouraging to try it. But if you're going to, make sure that you're in a good headspace.
Do it
and that you're
respectfully.
sober. Go in with respect and please take it seriously, because it's really, honestly, none of the stuff that we're talking about is something to mess around with.
God, no.
And make sure that you follow the instructions to a T. Don't miss anything. Don't fuck it up. Just make sure that you have everything that you need and that you perform the ritual in a place that is not your own home. And for the Bloody Mary one, do with that what you will, because honestly, it's probably the easier of the rituals to do.
Obviously.
But if you
Still don't fuck around with it,
Yeah,
but
I
if
mean,
you are gonna fuck around with it,
just-
try to figure out which Mary it is. Like,
Yeah, I mean, and then, you know,
I want to know.
let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram. Send Drea a DM on Instagram, because today I'm going to plug her social media, because now she doesn't have a choice.
Oh, God.
Since she's here all the time anyway, I might as well. That's right. I'm about to leak your shit.
Don't.
So I'm going to plug her social media. Basically, if you attempt either ritual, let me know.
Don't do it, but let us know. If
Yeah,
you do.
I'm really curious. And if you do it in your own house, I highly, highly, highly discourage that, just because you don't want to...
Don't open a portal in your own home, because that shit will stay.
It will stay. It will stay. And if you're a crazy person who has a shit ton of mirrors, please make sure that none of them are facing each other, and then you wonder why you have, like, bangs and hits in the middle of the night. You have a portal open in your house. Please stop. Please stop. Move the mirror away from each other. Find a way to close the portal. I just, please, don't have a portal open in your house. And if you're playing with a Ouija board, again, make sure that you close it out properly and that you go in to it respectfully. And if you don't take your fingers off the planchette.
God, no. No.
I've done that before. Granted, I'm not a big fan of the Ouija board, considering the people I played with. But
if you do want to play with any kind of supernatural, paranormal thing, really take it seriously. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to encourage playing with it. Follow the rules, go respectful, and if anything happens, let us know. You know, I think it would be pretty cool. Have you anything to add?
Well, we kind of started somewhere in the episode with it, but again, happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, yeah. We're all excited to be part of the Rainbow Mafia.
Legitimate. That's still my favorite fucking thing.
And if you're an ally, thank you for being an ally. And if you're a homophobic person, this definitely is not the podcast for you. I mean, you can listen to it, but just know that there are going to be several references this month. All right.
We're just doing our thing. Do your thing.
Exactly.
Don't do it hatefully.
Yep. Be kind. Treat people with respect. Don't be an asshole. Okay, guys. So, as you know, at the end of every episode, I always put in the suicide and crisis hotline number. If you're feeling suicidal or have suicidal ideation or intentions, you can text or call 988. And also, because it's Pride Month, I also want to add the suicide and crisis hotline for the LGBTQ community, for the youth. It's called the Trevor Project. And they are also open 24/7 to help the prevention of suicide or mental health crisis for young members of the LGBTQ community. If you want to find us on any kind of social media, you can find me personally on my Instagram at Alex again with 2 underscores, or you can find Drea's Instagram at Battitude, that's BATT.I.TUDE, or you can follow the podcast Instagram, that's paranormalartist.podcast. And you can send us a message on those if you have any kind of experiences or suggestions for what can be talked about in the future. And if you do happen to conduct any of the rituals, you can send me a message on there and let me know how it goes. I also have YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon. On Patreon, it's just $2 a month, and you can pretty much get exclusive access to certain things that I do not post on the podcast itself. So I look forward to hearing from everybody. If you don't have any of the social media, I also have a Gmail. That's going to be paranormalartistpodcast@gmail.com. You can also send me stuff there. I look forward to hearing from everybody.